Good morning, Green Group, and welcome to the final phonics session of the week. So this week we've been looking at our phase 5 sounds, haven't we? And we know that phase 5 sounds, there are no new sounds, they're just different ways to write sounds that we already know. So on screen, we have got a recap of all the sounds we've learnt this week, plus a few of our phase 3 sounds. So let's have a look and see how quickly we can go through these and decide what they are. Let's have a look at the first one. What sound does this one make? This is our phase 5 sound, isn't it? It's Can you remember? How else can we make the sound? What other ways? What phase 3 ways can we use? I'm going to write them up here. Hopefully you're saying them. So we can use a U and an R, can't we? Oops. And we can use an E and an R. All three make the sound, don't they? So Let's have a look at the next one. What sound does this one make? This is one of our phase 3 sounds, and this one is ow, isn't it? Hopefully you got that right. This one is ow. What about the pink one? Okay, this is one of the phase 5 ones we learnt this week, and it is the oi sound. How else can we make the oi sound? I know you're shouting that at the screen to me. An O and an I. Well done. Okay, have a look at this one. What sound does this one make? This was the O sound, isn't it? We learnt that back last term. How about the green one? Again, this is one we learnt this week, isn't it? And it simply just makes the w sound. Even though there's a silent H, it makes the w sound. And we've seen that it starts lots of our question words, doesn't it? That one, it makes w sound at a lot of the start of our question words. Finally, the purple one. What sound does this one make? Yes, this one can go or oo. Count it. Short sound long sound oo. Well done if you got all those right. Okay, so we are now going to look at the sound that we are going to be working on today. Here it is. It's an O and a U. And when we put the O and U together, we get a new sound. And it's a sound we already know. It's actually the sound of one of the digraphs that are already on the screen. Do you know which one? Okay, so the O and the U make the ow sound. So exactly the same as our O and W. O and W, O and U make the ow sound. They both make the ow sound. Now, when we're thinking about using these sounds in words, there is one big clue as to which one of these would go at the end of a word. Do you know what that clue is? Okay, think about when you read books. Do you very often see a U at the end of a word? No, you don't, do you? So if our ow sound is at the end of a word, always pick this one. It doesn't mean that it won't sometimes be in the middle or at the beginning of a word, but if it's at the end of the word, always choose this one because you will nearly always be right if you choose that one. Okay, this one can be at the beginning or the middle of a word, but it's unlikely to be at the end. It's very rarely at the end. Okay, so let's move on and use today's ow sound in our reading and spelling. So we've got 4 words on screen. You know what we're going to do now. Pause me, sound them out, blend them together, come back to me when you know what the words are. They are real words today. Okay, are we ready? Let's have a look then. So how did you do with the first one? Did you put sound buttons on or did you think I don't need to do that anymore? Let's have a look and see. So our sound buttons show us that we've got, very wavy line today. So we've got 2 single sounds in a digraph. We've got p, out. So put it together quicker. P-ow, pout, pout. That's when you pull a funny face. Okay, let's look at the next one. So we've got single, digraph, digraph. So s, ow, th, sow, south. Okay, how about the next one? So we've got single, digraph, single, single here. So ow, ow, hound, 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 as we build it up from the front. Let's try the next one. So single, single, digraph, single. K, l, out, cl, clow, clout. Again, did you hear it? Clout. As we build it up from the front, you hear the word as you join them together. Well done if you got all those right. Let's move on to our spelling for today. So today we have 5 spellings. So the first one, if you're ready with your pen and paper, is loud. Loud. Have a go at that one. So how did you do? Hopefully loud was quite easy for you. So we've got l, ow, d, loud. Let's try the next one. The next one is shout. Shout. Right, how did you do with shout? Let's have a look. So we've got out, shout. Okay, moving on. We've got mount. Mount. Right, are you ready? Here we go. Mount. Mount. Now remember, if you didn't hear the in this word, slow yourself down when you're saying it. So rather than saying mount really quickly, because that sometimes means you miss that other consonant in the word, say mount really slowly and then release with your final sound. Okay, let's have a look at the last one of our normal words, and it's proud. Right, so how did we do with proud? Let's have a look and see, shall we? So we've got proud, proud. Again, you might have missed that sound out there. If you did, remember to really slow that word down. It's not poud, it's proud. So really slow yourself down when you say the words so that you hear all the sounds in it. Okay, so now we have our character name. And our character today, her name is Miss Oustman. Miss Oustman. Have a go at that one. Right, how did you do with Miss Oustman? Let's have a look. So, Miss. Now, Miss isn't an abbreviation. Miss, unlike Mr. and Mrs., we just spell the word Miss. So, M-I, and it's a double S for Miss. Miss. Remember, and there's a capital because it's a name. And then we've got oust, oust, man, oustman, capital O, again, because it's a name. How did you do with that one? Did you spell that one correctly? And did you put the capitals? Great if you did. Okay, let's move on. So we have today's task. I'm going to vanish off screen so you can see it properly. So we have 4 pictures on screen and it says write some sentences about each picture. So I'd like more than one sentence about each picture, please. Obviously, you need to use the words in the pictures in your sentences because they are practicing your ow sound. So let's have a look at our pictures today. We have some clouds. There's our ow sounding clouds. We have a big mouth. We have a roundabout. There are 2 ows in roundabout. Both of them are the sound we're practicing today. And Miss Oustman. Okay, so there are pictures. And what I'd like you to do is write some sentences. When you write those sentences, remember those adjectives to make your sentences more descriptive and more interesting, and your conjunctions. And notice I've highlighted and in a different colour because and is one of our conjunctions, isn't it? And your conjunctions to join short sentences together. And rather than having lots of short sentences, have 1 or 2 longer sentences with more information in them. Hope you do okay with that one. Have a lovely weekend, and I will speak to you again next week. Bye for now.